Let's take a moment to figure out how to create a survey using Google Forms. First thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into your Google Drive. Next thing you want to do is you're going to want to add the plus sign. And we're going to use Google Forms. So click on Google Forms. Once you're here, you can add a title at the top. And that will also put it at the top of your form. You can insert a form description. Lots of different types of questions that you can choose. So for example, you have short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, check boxes, drop down menu. You can ask folks to upload files. You can create scales so that you can ask on a scale of 1 to 10 and people can answer that way. You also have multiple choice grids and checkbox grids. For the purpose of this survey, I would suggest keeping it pretty simple. We only want to ask 3 questions. Your questions should be centered on the topic that you have chosen. My topic is social justice. So I want to know how folks define justice. If I wanted to, I could add an image by clicking this button here. I'm going to search Google Images. Lots of different social justice images here. If there's one that I like, then I can add it. I'm not really feeling any of these. So I'm just going to go ahead and close out. But that option is available for you if you wanted to add a little bit more visual appeal to your questions. When you're ready to add an additional question, you can go over here on the right-hand side, click the plus button, and a new box will pop up. Again, you can select what type of question you want folks to answer. Again, you can add visuals if you like. Make sure you have a third question. I went ahead and added a third question. On the right hand side here, you do have a few more options that you may or may not want to play around with. If you had a list of questions that you wanted to upload, you can always click on this little button here with the arrow, rectangle with the arrow, and you can import your questions. If you wanted to add a title and a description, you could do that. So let's say you had different sections in your survey and you had multiple questions under each section. This might be useful for you. If you wanted to add an image or a video, you have that option. You could also divide your survey into multiple sections. So those buttons over here are pretty awesome. I'm going to add my third question and just finish off this survey. Once you are done, you can decide if you want to get fancy. Up at the top here, you have some other buttons. You can customize your themes, meaning that you can change out the text options and switch that up and make them fancy, bigger, smaller if you like. You can add an image to your header. You can also change the colors and the backgrounds if you want. Those are some options that you may want to take. For this 3-question simple survey, you might want to keep it just as easy as this. When you get ready to send, you'll click this send button here. I would suggest clicking the link button at the top and then clicking the box that says shorten URL. That way you get a nice simple link that you can add into any email, DM, text message, however you're going to send it out to your digital community. This makes it really easy to do. You'll copy that and then you can paste it wherever you would like to paste it. Now let's say, for instance, you sent out your survey. You could see here that we have all 3 of our questions. In my own words, what is social justice? I'm going to do a very quick response here. Just to show you that when it's done, the response has been recorded. This will pop up on the back end. And when you go back into your original survey, you can see now that if you are the creator, you can check the responses and do some things with the settings. When you click on responses, this will give you the information that you need in order to gather, analyze, and interpret the data that has been submitted through your audience's response. And that's it. That's how you put your Google survey together.